Welcome. This is a quick video over using your calculator and trig functions. So I'm guessing if you type in sine of pi into your calculator now, I'm guessing that it's going to give you the wrong answer. I'm guessing it's going to give you something like 0.0548. Now, you might say, well, how can that be wrong? Like, I just typed it in the calculator. Yes, but what you didn't realize is you told your calculator that you're in degrees. And so you typed in, instead of pi radians, you typed in 3.14 degrees. That's very different. 3.14 degrees, something like this, versus pi radians. Not the same. And so from here on out, anytime you type anything into your calculator that involves an angle, you have to recognize you are also telling the calculator what kind of an angle you're putting it in. And so you need to be familiar with the mode on your calculator and how to switch between radians and degrees. If you have a TI, the mode is by the second button, and you can just scroll down to where it says radian or degree, and then you can hit enter on whichever one you want to choose. So go ahead and choose radians. Here we have sine of pi. If you type that in, you get 0. And that is correct. If you think about y over r, your y value is going to be 0. All right, so let's take a look at cotangent. Many of you don't have a cotangent button, so what are you going to do? Hopefully you're remembering that cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. There's two ways of doing this. One is just to type in tangent of 7 pi over 6, get that answer, and then whatever that answer is, you can take 1 divided by that answer. Actually, let me just type it in and I'll do that for you. So tangent of 7 pi over 6 gives us 0.57735. And when it says round to 4 decimal places, you're going to want to do at least that in your work in between. And then to find cotangent of 7 pi over 6, you can just take 1 divided by that, 0.57735. 1 divided by 0.57735. And that's going to give me 1.73205. And so I need to round to 4 decimal places. 4, so it's going to round that 0 up to a 1. And so here, my final answer, 1.7321. Let's see if we get the same thing with the other method. So this is method 1. Method 2. I can just type directly into my calculator to find cotangent of 7 pi over 6. I know it's going to be the reciprocal 1 over tangent of 7 pi over 6. And so if I type that in directly, I get 0.577350. Oops, I copied the wrong thing on my calculator screen. I get 1.73205. And so we could see 4 decimal places. I'm going to replace that with a 1, and I get 1.7321. Same thing. So no big deal either way. And the key is just to recognize it's the reciprocal, and recognize we can do reciprocal of 1 over a number without having it in fraction form. Last one here, tangent of 1.18. Just type it in. As long as your mode's in radians, you're okay. You get 2.427266. So 4 decimal places. The 2, should we round it up or keep it? We should round it up, since the 6 here is closer. That's a poor way of saying it, I'm sorry. 2.6 here is going to be closer to 3.0 instead of 2.0. So that's what's happening there. I was going to make a quick comment. How do we know this is 1.818 radians and not 1.18 degrees? The key is right here. If it had a degree symbol, it would be degrees. Since there's no degree symbol, we know it's radians.